What's up guys, Low Riding Gorilla here, and we're back after a bit of a hiatus, so to the people who were following me, I apologize, but I'm back now, and we're going to try and get some of our series going again. It's been some time since I recorded last, so I'm going to kind of try and just start fresh in some ways, hoping that's okay with some of you guys. Some of the games I may revisit again, trucking-wise and stuff like that, but for now I'm going to start kind of trying to have a new focus on the channel. But today we're going to look at a game I saw that just popped up the other day, Jalopy. It's a pre-alpha game that was released on Steam earlier this week. It's early access right now. For the people that are going to like this type of game, I can recommend it to you. But at the same time, you have to keep in mind this is pre-alpha. There's still a lot of bugs in the game. Some may break a save and you have to start over, but there's not that much content at the game to really lose. So it's not that bad of a thing, but if you like the type of game, I definitely suggest going to the page of in Steam. I'll link it down below, and please check out this game because for people that are a fan of kind of simulators, resource management type games, driving games, it's really an interesting concept that kind of employs a few things I would like to see in more simulator games, and it's kind of in more of a simple manner, but like I said, with it being pre-alpha, he can definitely steer it in a really good direction for the future. But long story short, basically the game is you start out with this jalopy of a car, and you have to keep the car going while you make this journey across Germany going into Russia. And the whole goal of the game is trying to keep your car going. Parts break, parts wear. Uh, you start out with 100 marks, which is the currency in the game, and you have to keep the car running at the same time. You want to keep your money, and you can do that by buying things at the shops and selling them where it might be contraband, or you find boxes alongside the road you can bring, which brings to an interesting aspect. And I'm going to go ahead and start the game while we're doing this. I've messed with it a little bit to see, what I thought about the game. I'm going to go ahead and skip the tutorial. The tutorial just basically has you assemble the car for the first time with the parts around the home garage where you start out. But as you can see, your guy's waking up right now. Got an annoying alarm clock right here. Staple of any game. Click. And like I said, this game is extremely detailed for the state it's in, which definitely has a strong potential for the game as it comes along. Like for example, you look at the light, pull the handle, light on and off. As you see, the pole kind of disappears there. But, what would you expect? Same thing over here. You have a light hanging, light switch on off. Um, but you come over here, as you can see outside, there's the car that you start out with. I'll show you a couple things before we get going. Over here, like I said, this is your home garage. Now I'm hoping it expands in the future, maybe ways you can store stuff when you come home and stuff like that, and keep spare parts. As you can see, you have these racks, so there's definitely potential for that. But over here you have this parts bin, which has different parts: stock engine, stock air cleaner, fuel tank, a carburetor, water tank, ignition coil, and battery. And I mean, it's not the most intricate game for parts of a vehicle, definitely, but it has some key components that definitely affect the game in a positive way, especially for someone that may not have the auto know-how that some people may. Up here you have your set of tires. They're just basic road tires. Right now it seems like these are the only type of tires in the game, but that's fine. The jack, which you would use to change the tires out on the car, a fuel can, and behind the fuel can, as you can see, I picked it up, you have some oil and water. Now the gas, obviously, use gas to make the car go. The oil is, this car is actually a 2-cycle engine, so you have to mix oil into the fuel tank to help get an optimal fuel mix, which helps reduce the wear on the car. And then the water is just basically windshield washer fluid, and it just helps you keep your windshield clean as you're going down the road. Now, we'll go ahead and take a look. I have everything in my hand. As you can see, roll the mouse wheel. You can switch between the 3 items you can carry. But looking at the car, I like the art style of the game for I see a lot of games going this way recently, and I have no problem with it. Um, but for the most part, this guy right here is supposed to play your uncle in the game. He basically gives you hints and whatnot. I'm hoping the developer, at this point, he's quite buggy, I would have to say. A lot of times he'll walk to the car like you see him doing now. He'll get into the car and he'll be sitting on the hood in some cases, or he won't get in the car at all and you'll just drive off. But he basically is traveling with you the whole time, and he gives you little hints, tips, little historical facts, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's annoying. Uh, right here, though, starting at the back of the car, I'm going to show you the trunk, which I think is one of the coolest parts of the car by far, which is something I've been dying to see in a lot of these simulators and involved vehicles that doesn't seem to be implemented very well. This guy went with a system that I can really enjoy. Like I said, it has a few bugs with it, but it's nothing about the functionality. It's just bugs expected with an early access game. Um, but as you see, you can highlight the trunk with your item. Simply click to put the item in the trunk. The items have a weight value, which affects the weight on your car. At the moment, I haven't noticed any direct effect on the performance other than the car seems to slug along a little bit slower the more weight you put back there, and the suspension also seems to react. But there's no suspension wear yet in the game, so that's not too big of a factor. I think it affects your power, though. Like I said, make the car a little or sluggish. Excuse me. Just like I said, though, you can put things in your trunk, and as you can tell, you have so much space. You have this side and this side right here, and every item has a different basically slot value, and they take up so much space. So bigger items and whatnot, they'll take up more space. Up here, I've noticed these two hooks. I'm hoping that's a future implement, because one of the items you come across is a crowbar, which is very handy to have, and I'll show you if I come across one in this particular save. Over here you have the wash bucket where you can actually wash the car, and you have a toolkit. The wash bucket, if the car gets dirty, you can bring it back to the house, or if you have the bucket with you, you can wash it wherever, help clean the windows off, clean the body and everything like that. Haven't noticed anything other than visibility on the windows that it really affects, but otherwise it's not too bad. But I'm going to go ahead and set the toolkit in the trunk. Toolkit takes up a lot of space just like the fuel can does, but just for the sake of this video, I'm going to go ahead and load it with what I can until I max out the space. As you can see right now, the jack's not going into the trunk. That's because the way I have everything stacked in the trunk. But Q simply throws item, as you can see, it hilariously flies away. And we're going to see if we can actually get everything to fit in here a little bit better. Throw the fuel can, that's safe. Throw the water, who cares? Throw this, who cares? Now as you see, the jack, it's hopefully something they change in the future. You can rotate items in their slot value possibly. When you set the jack in the car, it goes straight across the back, which would be fine if you have little items in front of it, but the toolbox and the gas can, they don't rotate either, and it looks pretty much like if you could rotate the gas can horizontally, it would fit in front of the jack, but it doesn't. So that's one little problem I have. See, it automatically goes to the other side, and it takes up space on the other side that I could use for something else. But I'm going to go ahead and put the toolbox and the gas can over here. I'm going to use the water bottle and the oil right here. And as you see, that two slots right there, it could fit a gas can easily horizontally if you could rotate the item. But as for anything else, the only other thing I'm going to bring with me right now, I'm going to bring a spare tire. I haven't noticed a blowout function your tires do wear, but you can set your tire right there in the middle. It doesn't take up any of the storage slots other than the tire slot. Close your trunk simply like that. That's one thing I really like about the game, is the detail of the things. Now what I'm going to do real quick before we leave is I'm going to show you underneath the hood. As you see, I'm clicking right now, nothing's happening. That's because on this game, the developer decided to add the detail of having to actually pull the hood release latch. So now you come around, click it, voila, there's our two-stroke engine right here. And as you can see, immediately, there's a couple empty slots here. This is where your ignition coils go. You can actually upgrade parts on your car. They actually have a single ignition coil, dual, and triple. Same thing with your air filter, carburetor, the engine, the fuel tank. There are upgradable parts for it, and I'll show you once we reach the first town, which I believe is Dresden. And I'll show you the shop. I probably won't be able to make enough money right away. Hopefully we get lucky and we come across something along the trip, and I'll show you what I'm talking about if we do. And otherwise, as you can see right now, everything at the bottom, the durability is listed 3 out of 3. It's basically new parts. Has your top speed, everything like that. Other parts add more power. But anyway, let's go ahead and make our trip. Like I said, this is a jalopy. So let's go ahead and hop in the car. Click on the seat, sit down. It's talking. Let's find our keys up top according to the uncle. Throw them in the ignition. Close our door. And let's crank this car up. So right now what he's telling us is we need to pick a route. When you do the tutorial, he explains all the different things. Over here in the door, you have your map book, or your atlas. And this is how it basically works every single day in the game. Is you start out the day, it's going to say the day, it's going to have 3 routes to choose from. We have Route 1, which is of course 210 kilometers, sunny day, so there should be no weather. Route 2, 280 kilometers. We have a fuel stop along the way, sunny, and then last one's 350 kilometers, the longest, obviously, and it's also going to be sunny. But just for the sake of the video, we're going to do a 210 kilometer trip, which we should have enough fuel for. If not, we did bring fuel in the back of the car. So we're going to go ahead and select that, give it a second, and then we're going to put the book back down in the cubby right here. Over here to the right, we have our annoying uncle, who you'll want to punch in the face by the time we reach Dresden. As I was saying, this game is extremely detailed for the state it's in, which I really enjoy. Everything is adjustable and able to click on. I mean, we even have the map light. We can roll down the window if we want to. As you notice, the sound changes. We can actually tweak the side mirrors. Of course, door opens. 4-way hazard lights, headlights, turn signal. Right here, for anyone that was curious, if your windshield gets dirty when you're going down the road, if you hit a mud puddle or something, you even have your windshield washers. And there's a few other switches. Looks like a defrost right there. Doesn't look like it's implemented yet. Right here, no one can go without a cigarette lighter. Your clock, even have a radio. I'm going to turn that off just in case there might be a copyright issue. Over here we have our passport. Can't really look at it other than just put it in our hand. When you do go to cross into other countries, they do ask for your passport, so that's where it is. Our wallet right here, which is one issue that everyone seems to have a little bit of qualm with. Your wallet's stored in the glove box, which is fine. You can pick it up and carry it with you. Yet if you drop it wherever you drop it, press Q, it drops back into the glove box. Now, most people are like, it should just be bound to a keyboard key that you store your wallet on yourself. I can agree with that, because most people would have their wallet on their person. And the worst thing in the world is walking to the gas station or the store and then accidentally hitting Q and dropping it, and it goes all the way back to your car, and you have to go all the way back to your car. And that's if you don't drive somewhere. Then the last thing down here, this might still be buggy. He said he was going to hot fix it soon. And this is the owner's manual for the car. Basically saying the history of the car and that this thing contains all the instructions for the vehicle, the introduction, specific, operation, the handling, everything like that. Now, before, when I tried to click on dashboard components, and as you can see, the benefits of an early access game, it is bugging out. So we're going to go ahead and put this back up, because that was the issue that was plaguing it before. It seems the issue's still there. I'm going to roll down your window up, and it's not going to let me roll down his window, because he's a jerk. But one thing you can't mess with him and make him mad about is turn the radio up really loud, and you can annoy him. But anyway, yeah, you're welcome. So we're going to go ahead and take our trip, set our handbrake down. As you can see, WASD or the arrow keys, depending on how you want to play, and we're going to go ahead and get going. And as you can see, this isn't exactly the fastest car, but who would expect it to be, and we're going to turn out here. Now, right now, it does seem like there is a very light traffic offense system in the game for accidents and stuff like that. I haven't noticed it. I got one time I got a ticket. There was no way to pay it. I had gone back to the house anyway. Right now he's just yapping that we're on the Autobahn. Yeah, I've never been on the Autobahn, but I would say this isn't a direct replication. So we're going to go ahead and go. Looks like we're going about 80 kilometers right now. And as you can see, there's really no type of traffic offense system. You just go max out the speed. It can't go much faster than that. I'm pegged out right now, full throttle. No turn signals at the moment. Hopefully that's something that can be implemented if he wants to go more towards, appeal more towards the diehard simulator fan. So for right now, we're just gonna drive through here, try not to crash our car, and hopefully don't blow up anything on the process. We're gonna push our cigarette lighter back in if it lets us, which is not. Now right here, it seems like we have a little pull off here, and I'm gonna go ahead. Oh no, it's just widening. And he's just gonna yip. As I said, that's one thing. After you play through it once and you have to restart because the content's not fully there for the game, you can only go through 2 regions of the map. You restart and you have to hear that every single time, it seems like, which hopefully that can be implemented to skip that in the future. Excuse me. Bad time for a hiccup, but we'll manage. And as you can see, we're going about 210 kilometers. We've gone down about a quarter tank. You can improve your efficiency. Now see right here, we're entering a pullout, and the reason I'm pulling off is to show you what I was hoping would appear, which is right in front of us. We'll go ahead and throw our 4-ways on just to say we're safe. Set our handbrake, look for traffic, and we're gonna hop out of the car real quick and check this box out. Now these boxes right here, there's several different sizes. This is one of the smaller boxes. Some of the boxes have a padlock on them, which you can only break with a crowbar. Luckily, for the sake of this, it has the tape on it. Now, as you can see, the box actually does fit in the trunk, which is a good thing. For the sake of the trip, let's go ahead and leave it in there for now, just like that. I'll show you when we get to Dresden. We might come across some more boxes. If that's the case, we'll break it open and you'll see why. So we're going to go ahead and let our handbrake down, and we're going to merge into traffic. Some of you right now are, and I'm not going to get pulled over, buddy. And he's right back to yapping again. I tell you, you must have no life, dude, because that's all you do is yap. I do not want a history lesson every time we leave the house. Just going on a road trip, do not need a history lesson. Now I'm going to end up crashing because you keep on distracting me. Thank you very much. Now would you please shut your mouth? And so we're going to keep heading up the road. We're going to make a right turn here. Try not to crash our jalopy with its speed deck suspension. And we're hitting another pull off, and it looks like there's another box there. And we're going to go turn our headlights. Oh, and there's a couple boxes with the expert lighting of this jalopy. And we're going to go and hop out again. Hopefully not going to run out of gas, but I like to leave my car running. And it looks like we got 2 padlock boxes. Now this one right here, this seems to be one of the largest sized boxes I've come across. I doubt we're going to be able to put it in. I do not, and the car's going to end up hitting that, but who cares. But we're going to see if we can fit this box in here. But since we're doing this video, who needs gas? Who needs a toolkit? We're going to get this box just to fit in here. Because hopefully when we get to Dresden, the gas station, and as you can see, that is a large box that takes up a lot of space. The car jack, we shouldn't need it for our trip. Who needs it? Just throw it on the side of the road there. And can I fit the other cardboard? Oh, crap. Let's see. Who needs oil? Who needs water? This car's a piece of junk, but we're throwing everything out on the side of the highway. Someone's going to pull off and get very lucky. So, but we should be alright to make it to Dresden. And peace out, guys. And we're gone. And as you can see, we weighed this thing down a lot with that larger box. So it's going to put a little bit more wear on the car, it seems like, in the past. That when I've played through it, seems to put a little bit more wear on the car, but Doesn't seem like it's affecting the speed too much, but we should be able to make it to Dresden no problem with these boxes. And with our luck, these routes are randomly generated every time, so they won't be exactly identical. Things will spawn differently, as in the items. And I've seen a junk car once before that you can scavenge parts off of if you have the space for it, or if you just want to rip something off your car and replace it, which is cool. Um, but we're going to go ahead and head into Dresden. We shouldn't be too far away from it. This is only 210 kilometers, which it seems pretty short. And there's another pull-off area right there with another box, but we're just going to keep going. And our engine is smarting the smoke, which means something's wearing out under there. He wants us to stop. We're not going to stop. We're going to make it to Dresden, and then we'll deal with his crap because he does not shut his mouth. You know what? Kick you out the car. How about that? No, you're lucky. I changed my mind. Seems like our car is getting worse and worse. It's just putting along. We still have half a tank. Should be able to make it into Dresden. All we need to do is make it into town and we'll manage. We leave our repair kit behind. So if the car does completely break some magical way, then we're going to be stuck. But we'll make it. So seems like we're approaching Dresden right now. And we're pulling into the city. Now, it seems like whenever I've came into this city before, it seems like the layout has been minutely different. And as you can see, this is what I was looking for though. This is the gas station convenience store. And we're going to go and pull up to the fuel pump because I'm going to show you how this all works. Go ahead and set our handbrake. See, he wants to just check the engine. I don't care, dude. It's a piece of crap car. I know it's your car. I don't really care. It's mine now. And we're going to go and cut the lights. And let's hop out. Deal with this man. I'll go ahead and pull the hood latch because we're going to need to get under there anyway to make that man shut up. As you can see, somehow we've taken like 20 hours to get here, and it's dark as can be. But we're going to pop the hood. I know there's a problem. I saw the smoke too. And see, you're going to tell me there's something wrong, and you're just going back to the car. We are in the next town, so why don't you shut your mouth, old man? So as you can see, the part's lost some of its durability. Nothing's really wrong. They're all 2 out of 3. They're still in one piece. They're just smoking a little bit. And just for the sake of it, you can put a little gas in there if you want. Line it up with a fuel cap. Hold it there. And it seems to be, might be just out of reach. Might have to pull the car a little bit closer, which is annoying, but we'll manage. So anyway, let's go check in the store real quick. Do y'all have a crowbar in stock? As you can see, we have a little convenience store right here. They sell all kinds of odds, and then usually if there's a crowbar they have for sale, it'll be right here. But it does not appear to be the case. Fuel canisters. I got some kind of crappy wine, 50% off. I might take some of those. But oil, water, some weenies, just what everyone wants. But what we'll do though is we'll go ahead and go to the car because I think one of the boxes have some tape on it. And we'll show you how that works. So this box right here, this is the cardboard box we found on the side of the road like you saw. Has some tape on it so we will be able to open it. The ones with the padlock, you must have a crowbar to open them. But we can pull the tape off like that and the box will open up. Now what's inside depends. Most of this is items like you see right here. As you can see, this is medicine. They are out of stock. And it has this no symbol right here. So these are probably illegal right now. And if we went into a border coming into this area, there would have been a big sign that said these were not allowed over the border. That's why the price on them, as you see on the little tag right there, is $35.40. These things normally you can buy them for about $6 on here. So yeah, we got really, really lucky on this trip. And if there would have been a crowbar, we might have got even luckier. But as you see, pick up a couple out of the box. As I said, you can hold 3 in your hand. And let's give them to this lady, and she will buy them off of us. And we got $100 from just 3 of them, which is really, really lucky. And we're going to give her some more. Thank you. And man, you owe us about 200 bucks. If I had a crowbar, we'd be doing pretty darn well at this point. And we're gonna go back to the car, and yeah, both of these had crowbar marks. So what we need now is, like I said, this is the one thing. It seems like his door caught, and we're gonna need our wallet to get paid. And we got $100. And like I said, you start with. We're gonna go to her. She owes us $212.40. So we're gonna give her money, and it's gonna magically turn into $312. But if you were to buy something, what I'll do is I'll buy something just for the sake of showing you. So let's say we want these weenies right here, $3.70. And I'm not gonna pay that. Let's see how much the wine's going for. $26. Let's see what are the packs of smokes going for. They're going for 11 bucks. What about some coffee? Is coffee selling cheap? $4. Ooh, here we go. Some string stuff. And it's selling for, or we can buy it for 70 cents. So give it to her. Just slide down this little conveyor, go into this glass thing. Give her the money. Get paid. Door open. And we got our stuff. And we can just go to the car since it's just a single item. And your storage on the game, now I'm hoping they implement a little bit of storage in the car, maybe for some light items like this. Just throw it in the trunk, it goes in one of the little slots, and you're done. And we're going to go ahead and hop in the car now. We're going to go see if we can find a Leica dealership in this town, which is the car brand. Puts the wallet back in there, and we're going to go take a ride. This car is obscenely fast reverse speed. But we're going to go take a ride around town. Now, when you arrive in a new town, in order to continue on your journey, you have to go to the hotel and stay for the night. And that basically, I'm assuming, just reloads the game for the next day. Motel right down there, I think it's 20 marks a night is how much a room costs. So whenever you go into a town, make sure you got 20, or you have a way of making up to 20, or else you're going to have to go home. But we're going to go ahead and park here. This is the Leica dealership. And we're going to go ahead and take our wallet with us for the sake of the video. I'm going to show you how this works. And luckily, we got lucky with that big shipment of that small shipment of medicine, which should help us buy some good parts. But what we're going to do is go in here, select the catalog, the 601 Deluxe catalog. And up here at the top, we can click change pages. And here are the parts at the moment you can buy for your car. And as I said, you have your parts, your engines, fuel tanks, carburetors, air filters, ignition coils, batteries, water tanks, and extras. Engines, you have stock, nakeds, ramshackles, and squash motors. Squash motors obviously being the best, and they obviously cost the most, about $440. So you definitely want to pick up those boxes when you have space for them. Fuel tanks, you can get a 13-liter tank, which is 3 more than it was before. And you can go all the way up to a stout, which is a 30-liter tank, which is a big difference, and you can travel a lot more on a single tank. Batteries, for some reason it's glitching and showing fuel tanks. Water tanks, right here, 4-liter water tank, you got plenty of space. Then you have your extras, which is what I'm going to buy for the sake of this video. And we're going to get the roof rack. And it's right at 300 marks, but it adds an additional 48 units of storage space, which is a lot. And 2 tire slots, so we can put 2 spares on the car. Now, if I had another $20, if I could get into those stupid boxes, which they could have meds in it for all we know, and we could be sitting on $1,000, we'd be in good shape. But those extras add little bonuses to your car. The mud flaps, your car gets less dirty. The bull guard, if you hit something, you take less damage. And of course, the roof rack, which we bought, which is one of the most expensive parts. It adds a roof rack to the car, which adds more storage space, which is great for us. And so we're going to take our roof rack, which is delivered right here instantaneously using super technology. And we're going to throw this on the ground, and we're going to open our... Oh, no. And there goes my wallet in the car. And... oh, there we go. He's gonna open the box, and we got a awesome roof rack on this whip now. And now we're starting to look kind of pimp my ride, and we can throw our boxes up there. How amazing is that? No, we don't look conspicuous. We got plenty of space up there, and we're going to load this thing down so it can't be loaded no more. And we're going to throw our tire up there just because I want to see where it goes. And there we go. Almost have a completely empty trunk again, and all that stuff we throw on the side of the road was absolutely useless. But what we're going to do now, though, we spent all our money, we're broke, and I don't even think we have $20. But we can get $20 from selling our spare tire. That's how we roll. Who needs a spare tire? We need a hotel room to sleep through the night. And I just clicked to get out of the car. And oh my god. Don't even say nothing. So we're going to go and hop in the car now. Crank this bad boy up. Handbrake off. Headlights on. We're ready to rock and roll with our high-end roof rack. We're going to head back over to the gas station real quick. It's like my car wants to die. Just probably going to end up happening because I threw the repair kit out on the side of the road. And we're way down still. And we're going to head back over here real quick, and I'm going to sell that spare tire so we can stay at the hotel for the night. And we'll be good. You stay right here, old man. I don't trust you. Maybe I should take the keys. So we're going to run inside real quick, sell this tire. We should have enough for the hotel for the night. Still no crowbar? Y'all suck. Give me my money. It looks like our meds are still there. Hey, you better watch. The cops are around here. They might see the meds and you'd be in trouble. There ain't no transaction to cancel, but I'm going to pull it anyway just because I like it. We're out of here. We got $32. We're going to stay in the lap of luxury. And it seems like my headlight don't work. Hey, you were supposed to replace the headlamp, old man. And that's become my uncle's new name, old man. And we're about to roll. Super speed reverse. And we're going to make it to the hotel. This car's seen better days. I mean, we get basically assembled it in a junkyard. But we'll be alright. We just gotta make it to the hotel for tonight. Boom, 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 boom. Add herself a little bit of music. My horrible singing. But we're about to crash into the hotel now. I know where we are, old man. But we're here. Gotta go ahead and do that. Kill this. Now, one thing I hadn't tested yet is if I leave the car, everything, you know, lights on, whatever, if it actually will kill the battery. I know the battery does get wear, but haven't managed to kill one yet. And we're gonna go see this lady in here. What's up, my lady friend? Hey, are you twins with the lady over at the gas station? Because you sure look like it. I'm gonna have a room, please. Give me take my 20. And then she gives us a ginormous room key. Don't disturb the guest. You got it. And we're in the first room. It seems like 1A. And I'm going to take this cup. Oh, I can't take 2 cups. I could sell that for $5. Thank you. Now let's see what happens. Because, are you going to wait for us to open the door? Yeah, you are. Looks like you crapped your pants, dude. No one's there. Don't disturb the guest. There ain't no one living here. So we put the key in the door. We left the key in the door, you know, we want to get murdered in the night. Bathroom doesn't seem to have a light. This room does, though. A little cabinet. Nothing in it, though. And our uncle's going to go over there. Someone left pee in the toilet, obviously. The flusher don't work, I guess that's why. Yeah. Open the cabinets, nothing in them. Turn the tap on in the pitch black bathroom that doesn't seem to have any lights. We're gonna get murdered in here. And we'll walk over here and dude just throws the wallet on the floor, but he don't care. He's going to bed. And we go to sleep with our creepy uncle watching us. So yeah, so we slept through the night. Our uncle didn't kill us. Someone didn't come into the room because the key's still in the lock, but surprisingly, this is a dead end town. Oh, I thought I saw someone up there. And it's still dark out, but we're all good. So yeah, Jalopy guys. Figure this video took a little bit longer, but I wanted to give a good view of the game because I definitely like the concept of the game and I definitely want to see this game go somewhere. So that's why I spent the time to make a video about it because I would love people to support this guy. And hopefully, from what has been seen so far, he's really making an effort to do some bug fixes. Now, if you're wary of early access pre-alpha games, I wouldn't hold it against you to wait, but if you think this might even be a chance to be something that you would really enjoy, I think it's like $10 or $15 right now on Steam. Just make the investment. You get to play around with a little bit anymore. When he adds more stuff, it'll get better. But yeah, guys. So I'm gonna hop in the car now. Try not to kill my uncle, and we're gonna continue on our trip. I mean, if you want to see me play this game a little bit more, there's not that more to show you, but I could make an effort, try and pimp this thing out, max it out as much as I can in the current state, and if new stuff gets added, I can record some more videos of me playing it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I mean, that's it for the video. Like it if you like it. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this from me. As always, comments are appreciated. Thanks a lot, guys.